Hello, I'm Jordan Guth, host of Season 2 and 3 of the Soundstage Audiophile podcast, as well as the lead reviewer for a new video series on our YouTube channel called Practical Audiophile. Today, I'm here to tell you what's new on the Soundstage Network for December 1st. Over on Soundstage Australia, reviewer Barry Jones relives a memory from his teenage years in a feature about restoring a pair of vintage Tandy Mach 1 speakers. Barry replaced the drivers and rebuilt the crossovers while also applying his DEX HD P5's digital technology. Barry's audiophile journey began back in the 1980s when he eavesdropped on a speaker demo in a retail store. The sound of Donald Fagen's Ruby Baby from his album The Nightfly spilled out into the mall. Like a moth to a flame, I detoured into the store and stood there transfixed, Barry recalls. I had never before heard music sound that good. The speakers were the classic Tandy Mach 1. Coming soon to Soundstage Global is a new installment in Jason Thorpe's My Audiophile Neighborhood series. Quentin and L'Oreal, who live 2 doors down from Jason, have outgrown their Sonos all-in-one speakers and are looking for a real stereo. Jason arranged for them to audition a Blue Sound Power Node streaming amplifier and a pair of PSB Passive 50 loudspeakers in their own home. They were thrilled with what they heard and with how easy the system was to use. But now they've got the bug and might be on the hunt for something even better. What kind of system will Quentin and L'Oreal end up with? Jason will lead them on their hi-fi journey in upcoming installments. On Soundstage Ultra, senior editor Jason Thorpe reviews Bauer & Wilkins' 801 D4 signature loudspeaker. This is a special edition of B&W's flagship floor standard with luxury finishes, an upgraded crossover, and a more heavily braced enclosure. I expected that the 801 signatures would be excellent speakers. Bauer & Wilkins has been at this a long time and has copious resources. But I had no idea that they would be this good. Then adds, from the opening notes that these speakers played, I was captivated. Jason claims to be a recluse, but he's been attending some awesome concerts lately. In his November editorial, Jason describes his experience at a live concert by former members of the prog rock band King Crimson in his home city of Toronto with his friend Rob, who scored the tickets. As he recounts in this month's editorial, Jason got to attend another King Crimson-related concert while attending Audio Video Show 2024 in Warsaw, Poland, courtesy of the show's organizer, Adam Machitsky. On Soundstage Access, senior editor Dennis Berger reviews Dynaudio's affordable Emmett-30 loudspeaker, a stylish floor standard with 2 5.5-inch mid-range woofers and a 1.1-inch soft dome tweeter. In Dennis's listening tests, the Emmett-30s delivered oodles of hard-hitting textured bass, but he found the upper mid-range and lower treble somewhat recessed. Dennis's conclusion, this is simply a speaker you have to hear to know if you'll dig it. Almost everyone knows what a loudspeaker does, and most people understand source devices like turntables and CD players. But as Dennis notes in his monthly editorial, people are confused about the stuff that goes between the source and the speakers. There's an appetite for good sound, but hi-fi has become too complicated for many people. We're failing normies, especially the ones that are hi-fi curious, Dennis states. On Soundstage Hi-Fi, Killian Jones reviews the R2500R streaming CD receiver from Germany's T+A Electroacoustic. This elegant component can deliver 140 watts per channel into 8 ohms and is a built-in CD transport, FM tuner, DAC, and network streamer. The R2500R looked gorgeous in our mid-century modern home, Killian writes, then adds, I found it effortlessly dynamic and able to produce deep, visceral bass. The sound was highly resolving, especially in the higher frequencies. For his latest System 1 column, Doug Schneider reviews Arundel Sound's massive 1528 Tower 8 floor standing loudspeaker. A 3-way 6-driver design with 4 8-inch aluminum woofers, a 5-inch carbon fiber mid-range, and a 1.1-inch magnesium lithium dome tweeter. The Arundel 1528 Tower 8 is an outstanding loudspeaker with exceptional styling and build quality, capable of delivering clear, dynamic, spacious, full-range sound that reveals every detail in a recording, Doug concludes. In his monthly editorial, Doug describes one of the highlights of Audio Video Show 2024 in Warsaw, Poland, Dynaudio's demonstration of their Confidence 20A active stand-mount loudspeaker. It was astonishing to hear an immense sound from a 2-way design featuring only a 1.1-inch tweeter and a 7-inch mid-range woofer, Doug writes, then adds, I could listen to these all day as my endgame speakers. I was floored. Streaming active loudspeakers make it possible to enjoy glorious high-fidelity sound without cluttering your living space with audio gear and physical media. But what if you want to play records and CDs? This month on Soundstage Simplifi, Gordon Brockhouse looks at components that let you stream music wirelessly from a turntable or CD player. On Soundstage Xperience, music editor Joseph Taylor reviews a new vinyl reissue, Amongst Music, a 1957 recording by a septet led by pianist Thelonious Monk. This new pressing brought me closer to the musicians, Joseph writes. It gave me greater appreciation of Monk's skills as an arranger and pianist and greater insight into the contributions of each player to the session. In his Pulse column for December 1st, Joseph describes the eco-friendly process Lee Mendelsohn Film Productions is using for their vinyl reissues of Vince Guaraldi's Charlie Brown soundtracks. These include the use of Binovial, which is made from biogenic waste such as recycled cooking oil. My first experience with Binovial records quieted any misgivings I may have had about their sound quality, Joseph writes. I was impressed with what I heard. From his Art Plus Tech column, James Hale listens to recordings of European concerts from the 1960s by Miles Davis through Totem Acoustics Loon Monitor stand-mount speakers. On Soundstage Solo, senior editor Jeffrey Morrison reviews Mezzi Audio's 105 AER open-back headphones. The 105 AERs are comfortable, interestingly designed headphones with great mid-range and a bit of extra bass, Jeffrey states, then adds, they're easy to listen to, even over long stretches. I'd call all that a solid success. In his monthly editorial, Jeffrey lists some of his favorite headphones, earphones, and accessories. This isn't a typical gift guide, Jeffrey insists, because he's actually listened to the gear that he's recommending. That's everything, but I want to remind you to check out soundstage.com to find all the new article links. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel already, we're at youtube.com/soundstagenetwork. We have new videos posted every few days. And if you want to hear more from me, check out the Soundstage Audiophile podcast. We have a new episode every 2 weeks. And of course, on Practical Audiophile. Thanks for watching. And just so you know, instead of Soundstage Central on December 15th, we'll have a special segment announcing our 2024 Products of the Year.